What's up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingDudes.com. Today, we're going to the West Coast. That's right. We're going over to Del Mar. We're going to cover Friday's stakes action at Del Mar. It's the graduation stakes, a 2-year-old race going 5.5 furlongs for the Cowbreds. And we'll see what happens here. This looks like a pretty solid field of colts or geldings. I really feel like Del Mar has done a great job with their stakes, races. They for the most part, they've been pretty full and been pretty competitive. And I think they've done a good job here as well. So let's look at this thing. 2-year-olds, very hard to gauge. Everybody knows that. And especially early on in the season, they can kind of jump out of nowhere. And past form doesn't necessarily translate to form you're going to see here. That being said, I'll go right against that thought process. I think the number 2, the Big Wam, looks really tough in here. Got second on debut at Keeneland against a horse named No-Nay Hudson, who ran very well that day and just was tough to look like it was going to be tough to beat, and was. Went to Churchill Downs and ran in a stakes race next. So they thought enough of this horse to, even though that he lost on debut, let's go to a stakes race next. He went to the Kentucky Juvenile. That's a race they run on Kentucky Derby weekend. This horse ran very, very well. Got beat by Tom's Regret, another horse that was pretty good at the time and may not be a bad horse moving forward. This horse was 15-1, the Big Wam, and got second and only beaten a length, really made a nice run. Last time out, they said, all right, we'll go back to the maiden special weights. And I think more importantly, we'll go back to Cowbreds. Listen, I mean, for a Cowbred to be running second in open company is pretty impressive. Now we're going to go back to Cowbreds. Maiden special weight over this track, going 5 furlongs, looked sharp, won by a half length, and looked like a horse that, kind of had the experience and kind of learning as we go here. So now the Big Wam shows up just 3 weeks later in this race. It's more of I like the horse, and boy, I had a hard time finding much else in here that you could really sink your teeth into. Obviously, like I said at the beginning, a lot of times these 2-year-olds, sometimes they'll jump up and run a race, and it's like, wow, I didn't see that coming, because they're trying to figure it out, right? They're just learning as well. So there's a lot of different ways you could go, but man, just didn't see a whole lot I trusted in this spot. I ended up for the second pick going for the number 5, Man Oh Man. I expect that horse to be a decent price, maybe 5-1 or so. Coming in from Golden Gate in Pleasanton, so a Northern California shipper for Jonathan Wong. Coming in here, gets Umberto Rispoli to ride. I thought that was a good sign, kind of getting a good, solid local jock here in the Southern California circuit to ride this Northern California horse. Was a debut winner on the synthetic at Golden Gate by a length and a quarter. Looked pretty good. Went to the dirt last time out at Pleasanton in a little stakes race, $75,000 stakes race. Set the pace before fading to third, but it was only beaten a length. Second time out on the dirt, and you just kind of look at this race. I think he spotted pretty well. Like, I just don't think there's a ton of great horses in this one. So I think the number 5, Man Oh Man, will get out there. He kind of showed on debut that he doesn't have to have the lead, and maybe that's his best tactics. So on debut, he sat second, set a length off, and went up and won. And then the second race, he was on the lead and kind of faded. Maybe he just kind of sits behind a speed horse or two and makes a run late, or not late, but makes a run at the top of the stretch and gets the jump on our top choice, the number 2, the Big Wam. So number 2, the Big Wam on top for me, and then the number 5, Man Oh Man, in second. And we'll see if this Northern California shipper can kind of make some noise. Once again, don't have the odds out yet. I would suspect you're going to see 4 or 5-1, and I would say the Big Wam is probably going to be under even money or right at it. The horse won at 2-5 in that maiden Cowbred race last time out here over this track. And I guess the final point on the Big Wam, mentioning that it was over this track, Del Mar, as you guys know, plays very different from any other track. So if the horse has proven form over this surface, it makes a bigger difference than almost anywhere else in the country. It is definitely a different type of track. So, all right, guys. Anyway, thank you all for watching this one. Hit like if you liked this video. If you really liked it, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're over 7,000 subscribers now. Very proud of that. And that is paying off the hard work that Magic has put in to these videos. And he continues to do a good job. So thanks to him as well. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for the next preview.